Alright, welcome back. I'm going to do a quick tutorial today on modeling a simple building in 3D AutoCAD. I apologize for the background noise. There's a loud HVAC unit above my head. So basically what I have on this is a referenced in floor plan and a block of the front elevation. That's all the information I have, but it looks like more than enough for this job. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to do that. In this case, I'm not going to build the walls one by one. I'm going to build everything at the same time because everything's the same height and it's a very simple design. And now this one polyline, so I drew a closed polyline around the building. We're going to derive everything from that. I drew it on the exterior of the wall, not the brick itself. But I'm going to offset that line to the thickness of the wall. I'm going to offset that line thickness of the brick, and then I'm actually going to copy this original line over itself a couple times because I might need that again. So I just made 4 or 5 copies. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to create my main wall. So I'm going to extrude one of that inside line and one of these up to the height of, I'm going to go up to the roof. It looks like there's a bump out projection of some sort there. Right now I've got 2 lines. I've got to subtract the inner from the outer. I'm going to send this to the back and then send my reference to the back. Now I'm going to copy one of these polylines up to the top. And I'm going to offset it, whatever distance that offset is, out. Now I can extrude both of those down to there and subtract the inner from the outer. Now so far I have that. I want to go ahead and make the roof, so I'm going to copy, actually I'm going to go ahead and make my brick. I'll work from the bottom up. Actually, if I'm doing that, I'll go ahead and extrude one of these all the way down through the earth. I'll go ahead and put that on 3D concrete. This can go on 3D wall for now. So can this. Now the white is what I can see that I'm working on. I'm sending things to the back, so I would like another copy of that line, which I can't seem to grab. There we go. I'll copy that up. It looks like I copied my concrete. I'll just erase it. Move that down. So that's that original line. I'm going to derive the roof from that. So I'm going to offset the overhang of the roof back to this wall. Now I'm actually going to copy this directly up, so I have another copy of that line. But the first copy, I'm going to copy up. I'm going to extrude up. So now I've got base of the roof, so to speak. Now what I want to do here is I want to find out the angle of this roof pitch. So if I do a distance from there to there and I look at my angle from XY plane, I think it's this. I'm actually going to copy that number, open up my calculator, and do 90 minus paste. So that is my taper angle. So I want to actually copy that taper angle and extrude this line up with the taper angle. Paste that in there. And that did not work like I expected. But I think it gave me some of the things I need to make it work. Let's try it again. This time I'm going to draw a rectangle across here and extrude that up with a taper angle of that. Enter. Now if I look at the front view of that, it's not exact, but it's real close. And since everything we're doing is relative to this, that should work just fine. Now I'm going to take this roof and copy it around. Mirror this thing from the midpoint of this side of the roof and this side of the roof, and then I ought to be able to intersect those two things. They gave me that piece. I could probably go ahead and slice this on my YZ, keep that, and that did. I'm going to move this out of the way for a second. It gave me this face that I think is going to turn this corner. Hopefully that corner is at a 45. To do that, I'm going to draw myself a polyline for it to follow. I'm going to copy this face over itself and extrude it along the path. And nuts, it's not exactly the right way to go. So instead of that, I'm going to undo and extrude my line all the way to this point, not my region, I'm sorry. And slice this roof at 3 points, 1, 2, 3, keep that. Now hopefully I can take this face, copy it. Now if I draw a line for it to use to extrude, I can say extrude along a path, pick my last thing. Now again, it's wonky, but we can go ahead and get what we want just by slicing it 3 points, keep this side, and then I've got to get a angle on that roof. So I'm going to borrow this roof and rotate it. So that gives me that angle, so I can use that as a reference. So slice this, 3 points here, here, and here. Keep that side, erase what I don't need. And now I ought to be able to union this, get rid of the stuff I don't want anymore. Oh, I need that. I need to slice this. YZ of here, keep that side. Let's get that. I don't know what I just did. Slice this of the YZ of here and keep that side. And just union it all together. And then put that on my 3D roof layer. And you can see we have the box for the building right now. If I do a front elevation, it's a little off. However, I don't trust the architect's drawings. That could be a little off. Drawing something at an angle they may have gone quick or something, but I trust my geometry more than the architect at this point. Just being it's a preliminary drawing, and I'm sure they did it quick. Also, I've got. I'm going to send this stuff to the back. Hopefully I do have a polyline here. I've got to send that to the back. So I've still got a copy of that. So these two guys can make my brick. If I extrude them up, I'm going to extrude them to the bottom of the sill, subtract the inner from the outer, and I'm going to copy this face up and extrude it to the top of the sill. And take a look at this thing. I'm guessing that my concrete under here should come out to under my brick, just the way they've got it drawn. So I may go ahead and do that right now by seeing if there's another copy of my white line, which I can offset. Go ahead and extrude that down and just union this and this together. Okay, now I've got my concrete, I've got my 3D brick, my 3D brick sill, and now it's just a matter of making windows and doors that are match the openings. Now I've got basically one window size, 2 window sizes in this project, and 1 door size it looks like for now. So what I will do, let's go back into my wireframe view here, is just draw my rectangles to, and then I can start copying rectangles once. I'll just draw a new rectangle here. Copy that over here. Now that gives me enough to get started. I can extrude all those things. Now I want to actually move them so they don't go all the way through the building before I subtract them from the wall. And there's my window and door openings. Now there were window and door openings on this side as well. If I look at the plan here, you can see there's two triple windows, which is the same as this window. So rather than try to create an elevation of that side of the building, what I'll simply do is draw a box inside one of these triple windows and move that box. See, it doesn't look like the elevations line up exactly with the floor plans in this case. So what I'm going to do is move this box from this point to the Z point of here. But I'm going to pick my new XY as this corner. Now I ought to be able to rotate this into place, copy it relative to the plan. And if this works, I should be able to see through my building. Yep, got some window openings. So that looks like all we need for now. I guess I could do, I think there's some windows in the back. I may as well. Nope, just one on that side. Maybe I'll just go ahead and create a new box, extrude that up, and then if I mirror this on the 45, it gives me a window on the correct side, and I just have to move it into position there, and I can subtract it out of my wall. And I've got a window there too. And that's how you get the shell of a building like that. I thought I could extrude this all up at once, but it didn't do it the way I wanted, so I basically did it in pieces. So yeah, I've got some extra zero layer stuff that I don't need anymore, and I would say that part is done.